What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. It's been a while, but today I really want to talk about Erik ten Hag and the fact that Ineos have now finally decided that they're actually going to stick with him, and they're not just going to stick with him, they're going to actually give him a new contract and, give him the time that he needs, which I am so happy about. I fully agree that he needs time. Look, this season I've been so uninterested in what's going on, hence why there hasn't been much videos. There's been a lot going on at home. And I hadn't time. I was just very much frustrated with the results and stuff, and I just took a massive break. And obviously winning the FA Cup was a massive high at the end of the season. But I do think that Erik ten Hag needs time. The results weren't great, but as we all know, injuries were awful, and we were missing so many players. And when we had all the players together, you could definitely see what was working and what wasn't. But look, Erik ten Hag, personally, I think he's such a good manager. I really like him. I like listening to him. I like that he kind of doesn't take much shit. Now, you would have seen that definitely in the last press conference, because obviously he knew, okay, well, if my job is at risk, I'm just saying how it is, and I will say what I want. And I want to see more of that. I like what Ineos are doing and who they're bringing in, but I don't like how everything takes forever. I don't like how they treated Erik ten Hag, bringing other people in for meetings and interviews and stuff like that. I found that really, really disrespectful. Coming off of the back of an FA Cup final win, we know we've sacked Louis van Gaal after a final win. Which, I think we all kind of wanted that to happen, to be honest. But Erik ten Hag, I think it was different. The first season winning the Carabao Cup, being in the FA Cup final as well. Second year in the FA Cup final again, and beating City. I don't think, as much as the season was so shit, I don't think we could have done any better in that sense. And then going from most likely not getting Europe, which we weren't going to get Europe, to then making it to the Europa League. A lot of people are saying, oh, I didn't want the Conference League, I didn't want the Europa League. I did. I don't care if it's the Conference League, fair enough, it's something. It would have been horrendous for me to just see Premier League and Cup games. I want something in Europe. And if we were to be in the Conference League and win the trophy, that would have been amazing for me. And likewise with the Europa League, I'm actually so happy we're in it. So with Erik ten Hag, I don't think there was other managers out there that really excite me at all. Available ones anyway. But realistically, I think Erik ten Hag, he's shown great little sparks of play and ideas. Players that he's brought in, not so much. Let's say Martinez has been fantastic, probably one of my best ten Hag signings, my favourites. And then Anthony, that one has just been such a letdown, in my opinion. I think he's shown signs. He can score a decent goal from outside the box, but majority of the time, Anthony is the most frustrating player to watch, and ten Hag seems to give him a lot of time. He has his players where he gives them a lot of time, but you do have to revert back to the whole injury crisis thing. Would those players be getting as much game time with the other players who are injured back? You can say it's a tough one, but I do think he found his men in Garnacho and Mainu. It's been, for me, that has been the bright spark of the season. Mainu for sure. Bruno Fernandes stepped up in moments. It wasn't his best season at all, but he stepped up in moments. Garnacho, love him, love watching him. Likewise with Mainu, it's great to see such young players stepping in, and he's taken them to the next level, I think, and he'll continue to do that. You might have seen Garnacho's brother. There was something on Twitter about him, and he was saying he didn't want ten Hag to go because obviously they were all hearing that ten Hag was going to lose his job. They were in the dark as well as we were as fans. So for him, he was saying that he didn't want ten Hag to get sacked. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what's going on, but he doesn't want him to get sacked. And because why would you? Garnacho has shown through the reign of Ten Hag so far, even with the disciplinaries, because we all know there's been a little disciplinary for Garnacho in the beginning. He's not afraid. Ten Hag is not afraid to discipline players, which he did it with Ronaldo. Didn't turn out very well in the end. But look, I think he's as good as we're going to get. I really like him. I like how he's got a no bullshit attitude, no nonsense attitude to players like Sancho, for example. If players want to act the maggot, then he's not going to stand for it and he will put you out. I think in regards to Sancho, he was helped a lot. We all know he took a break. I think it was a 3-month break. And then to come back and have all this stuff going on, which I won't really get into, but personally, I just felt that Sancho let everybody down. All he had to do was apologise. And I feel like it was very frustrating to see him delete every single thing connected with United, like every single picture, everything. I just thought it was a kick in the face to the fans. So for that reason alone, I feel like Ten Hag did such a good thing getting rid of someone like that, because he quite clearly doesn't have respect for the manager, but also he does not have respect for the fans if that's the way he goes on. So Ten Hag is going to get these people out of the club, and I think that's one thing I really, really like. If a new manager was going to come in, it would just be the same stuff over and over and over again, getting rid of players, trying to get rid of players that have been there for so long, and bringing in their own players who might have the same attitude as other players that we're trying to get rid of. It's just, it seems like we're going somewhere with Ten Hag, and that was 2 seasons in, 2 trophies, 3 finals. We're definitely seeing progress. And for people who are saying, no, he's not the guy, get him out, I don't think they get it. I just don't think they get football. You have to look at the injuries. You have to look at it. When you see Martinez playing in a team like, say, our best 11, you can see that is the team, and we do well. Also, Onana, another Erik ten Hag signing that was, for me, actually terrible. Probably the worst signing, in my opinion. Onana has stepped up in the last few games. Obviously, I wasn't really too happy with what went down with David De Gea and how he was just basically shone and cast out from the club. It was really mean, and he still doesn't have a team to this day, which is nuts. But I felt like, okay, Onana, he did excite me, the idea of him coming in. I actually would have loved them both there, and to fight it out for their place. I don't know, that wouldn't have worked, but in a romantic way, I would have loved him to keep De Gea, because he loves the club so much, and you can just see it. Even he was training in United gear recently. It's just sad, the fact that he's not at a club yet, but he seems to be enjoying himself doing his gaming thing and stuff. But so Onana, it's good to see him definitely getting better, but there was a point in time when I was just like, get this guy out of the club, because he was so awful. But again, just coming up to United and playing, being a goalkeeper at United is not easy. It's a very, very big jump, and it must be quite nerve-wracking. So look, onwards and upwards for him. He's definitely not the worst signing now, in my opinion. It's Anthony. We'll see what happens there. A lot of talk with transfers, so I don't really know what's going on right now, because, of course, we've only just got the news, really, that Ten Hag is going to stay. He's going to sign a new deal, which I'm really, really happy about. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you happy Ten Hag is staying? And apologies, I haven't really been doing much. I will definitely be aiming to do more videos now, especially coming into the new season, with an idea of what's going on. When you don't really know what's going on and the results are so bad, and talk about the manager getting kicked out of the club, it's very it's frustrating as fans, as you can imagine. You understand. So I just haven't really been arsed, but I'm definitely looking forward to the season now, with a plan ahead. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Ineos coming in. I didn't really believe in what they were going to do. I didn't believe it. And yeah, now that they've stuck with Erik ten Hag, it's definitely maybe that bit happier as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I hope you're all keeping well.